Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. Jiujitsu2000 here today. I'm back and I've got an interesting video for you today. I want to show you a stove that I just picked up off of eBay. This is the MSR Superfly. This is a really cool stove. It runs on an isopropane propane mixed canister, and the reason I purchased this stove is because it has a very wide based burner head, so you get a very wide distributed flame, so you're not just a narrow flame boiling water. You can actually cook some decent meals with the stove like this. So let's see, this does not have the auto start piezo igniter on it. It does not have that. But what I want to show you is my new toy. I'm very excited. I've already played with it. There's nothing left in the bag, so it came with the bag. It's got this nice little fold out leg right here that is the valve. Okay, so you can turn the valve on and off. Obviously you can see that this stove has been used, and that was the beauty of finding it on eBay. So the pot supports, they just fold out just like that, and you can see again that the base, the circumference of the burner head is large, and that's what I really wanted. Now there's something kind of neat about this stove, and that is, look inside here. You notice it's not threaded. Look real close. You see that? It's not threaded. That's because it's threaded right here. See that? So you have an O-ring at the top and you have an O-ring at the bottom, and this aluminum collar is threaded. Okay, so what's really neat about that is you take your fuel canister. I have a brand new fuel canister here, and you insert the fuel canister into the stove just like this. You see it kind of slides into those little grooves there, kind of slides in, and then you hold this black portion and you screw the whole stove unit down. Look at that. That is crazy. And then it comes down and it makes a nice seal on the fuel canister on the stove there. Now you can light this thing. Look at how quiet that is. Very nice wide flame, so if you're going to cook bacon and eggs or sausage or anything like that, you can definitely do it with this stove. Well, here we go. Let's crank this baby up. Set that on, and let's start our time. Hopefully you're able to see that time there. Boy, that thing just cranks. So we've got that baby fired up on high. Let's see what happens here. This is 2 cups of water, so this is half of a liter of water. It's a pretty significant amount of water to boil. I'm looking at the pot stands. The pot supports are red hot. It's a pretty quiet stove. Seems like it's running good. You know, that's just the joy of finding things on eBay. Mountain Safety Research. We're a little bit over a minute in. This user's manual just basically tells you how to attach the stove to the fuel canister. Just like that. Nothing too crazy. So I'm seeing a light boil. Let's get a view of that for you guys. got going on there. Light boil. We're a minute 40 in. Crazy. Such a short amount of time and we're already starting to boil. I'll tell you what, this thing is performing very well. We're at the 2-minute mark and I've got a boil around the edge of the pot. So I'm very pleasantly impressed with the stove so far. It's doing well. 2:15 and I've got a nice soft boil. So I'm guessing around 2.5 minutes. Yeah, I'm already seeing a heavy rolling boil, so I'm going to stop the time. 2.5 minutes. Whoops. Go ahead and stop that time. Let's take a look at that. There's the timer there. And there's my soft, or heavy rolling boil rather. So now what I want to take a look at is I want to look at the flame control, the flame adjustability of this stove. Let's take a look and see how it works. But before I do that, look at the pot supports. They're just red hot. I mean, that is such a beautiful flame. That water came right back to a boil. This knob is not hot or anything like that. It's far enough away from the stove that it's not creating any kind of heat or anything like that on this metal wire. And the fuel adjustment, look at that. It's just beautiful fuel adjustment. So that flame can be fine-tuned to just about anything you want. Wow, that's a beautiful stove. I really like that. That flame adjustability is just amazing. You could go down to like a very light simmer. Very nice stove. So for a stove that I picked up on eBay, and MSR still makes this stove, it's still in production. I really like the way the fuel canister connects to the Lindell style valve on the fuel canisters. It's different. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. I know that some of you out there might be thinking, well, what's the point of this video? It's just a used stove that you bought on eBay. What's the big deal? You know, I just wanted to share it with you. I didn't know if there was videos of it out there on the internet or not, so I thought I'd share it. So when you're finished, you grab the black collar and then you pull the stove, it twists, and the threads are very coarse threads, so it moves the stove off of the fuel canister very quickly, and you don't have to worry about stripping your threads there or your threads inside the aluminum housing, because there are none. So I think this is a really neat little stove. I'm very happy, and I think this is going to be one of my go-to stoves for quite a while. So I want to say thank you folks for joining me today on this video of the MSR Superfly. I hope you got some good useful information out of this video. Please feel free to leave your comments down below, and check the description box if you're interested in finding one of these, because I'll put a link to where you can find them. And as always, again folks, thanks for stopping by, and I really hope that you guys have a beautiful day. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.